welcome to Archetypal Atrocities, the show where we play bottom of the barrel Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes. Each week, Jules and myself will spin a wheel to determine what archetype we'll be playing for that week. In addition, we will open 3 specially curated packs and pick a card from each of those packs to use in the deck for that week. We are allowed to play staples, but only if they support the archetype we get, and we can only play 1 copy of them in our decks. The winner of each week will get an extra pack they open for the next episode, while the loser will get to spin a loser wheel with multiple results on it, such as choosing your opponent's deck or moving an archetype from your wheel. The loser will also be able to play 2 copies of a staple as opposed to just 1. Now that that's out of the way, let's dig into some trash.
Well, we stuck to our guns last week and flipped a bunch of coins, and while we didn't win, I like to think we put on a good show, so I can't really be too upset. So let's just spin the loser wheel, pick up our paltry earnings for sucking so hard last week, and just try again. And a second reroll ticket. Okay, so we can afford to be fairly aggressive, and I think this week we will. We've lost twice in a row. Let's not fool around. Let's not get something terrible. Let's get something we're at least sort of confident with, you know? I think that'd be fair. Let's not waste any time. We have up to 3 chances at the wheel. Hopefully we'll end it off in 1, but I'm not afraid to burn at least one of these rerolls today. And, you see, I'm torn. Any other week, I would love to meme it up on Dark Scorpion, but I don't want to have a 3-peat loss, and Dark Scorpion is far and away one of the weakest decks on here currently, so as much as it pains me, I'm going to have to reroll them, but hopefully after, winning a while, we can hopefully take them after we've padded our stats a bit and, feel a bit more safe doing this, but we can't really afford to take Dark Scorpion right now. Our record's starting to slip. We have to maintain, so we'll use one of our rerolls here, and we'll just see what happens. I guess I'm learning cubics. They can't be great, but they're at least a deck. They wound up in Duel Links, which means there has to be something here, right?
And we're back. We're in the winner circle again, so we don't have the loser wheel spin. Jules didn't get a pick of archetype, so that means we get just a good old vanilla wheel. We don't have a reroll ticket anymore because we did use it up last episode, so hopefully we get something a little playable. Hopefully nothing too crazy. My hair is kind of crazy, speaking of. Let's see what we wind up with, and it looks like this week we'll be getting Gimmick Puppet. Probably one of the better archetypes, I think. I know it's like a rank 8 turbo deck. I actually haven't read too much of their cards, so this will be an interesting build. Let's see what we can do with it.
And let's just get through these packs real quick. I honestly have not read a single cubic card yet at the time of opening these packs, so I'm not sure what we're really looking for. So yeah, and right off the bat, Swords of Revealing Light seems like just good. Any just stall cards are just really good in this format. That's why we knowingly kind of just avoided archetypes or floodgate stuff in general. But we threw in stuff like swords in the pack because you have to have a little bit of stall, and when you pull it, you use it probably because what are we gonna do? Left arm offering? I hope we're not that desperate. I mean, reasoning's cool, but reasoning's just kind of fine, we'll take it for sure. And our last pack. I'm not in love with any of these. I did get Needlewalled a bit last time, but I'm not sold that that's really where we want to be, but it might be where we have to be. Or Vengeful Bog Spirits, as I was saying, our limited amount of floodgates, use the ones that we do have, especially if the deck winds up being kind of slow and bad. So we shall see.
We're on Gimmick Puppets. Trade-in would actually be pretty nice here if you pull out any trade-in, and no trade-in, but we did get a Sandgan with Sex Prime. I don't know if that's good. Part of Duality. I actually don't know of any of these. Oh no, there's a trade-in. Okay, we got a trade-in, which it's a rank 8 turbo, so we're playing a lot of level 8, so trade-in should be really good for us here. Summon Knights also, funnily enough, could also be very good because you can get a free special summon out of it. We'll see what we play out of this. Alright, and our second pack. No second trade-in. Terraforming, I don't think they have a field spell. Book of Moon is very good. Dust Tornado could be good in the side deck. Magical Hats is funny. But overall, probably either Terraforming, Dusting, or Book of Moon, just depending on when we actually make the deck. We'll see what happens. For our third pack, anything cool about Giga Break is pretty nice. So is... Really, that's it. Wits could be good. I don't know the defense. I assume they're probably high since there's a lot of level 8s we're going to be playing. Not too positive, so Geki Break's probably the play, but we'll see. And then since we won last week, we get a bonus 4th pack, and Fairy Box is okay, so is Night Beam. Enemy Controllers is not the worst. Kind of a weird opening, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how many of these cards we're honestly realistically gonna play. Probably just kind of the generic back row removal if I had to wager, I guess. I haven't read any Gimmick Puppet ever, so this will be a learning experience for both of us.
Oh hey, now I know where Crimson Nova got his name from. That's kind of fun. Yeah, this deck's pretty straightforward, but I actually feel like it's kind of got a game plan. It's a pretty simple game plan. I'm kind of just hoping to stall the game out until I get Crimson Nova and then ride that to victory. Or, if that doesn't work out, I could hopefully win the game with Crimson Nova. You know, we'll see how things go. Generally speaking, though, I'm just going to try and slow the game down, or hopefully storm out the gates with a pretty... being completely straight up, we are just trying to steal the game this week. We are trying to one-shot Johnny and run away with it. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I can live with that.
And here we are, episode 14, and I must say, with the deck I have this week, I will say I don't think I've ever read a single one of their cards except for like one, because it's not even a thing that's really played in the deck.
My deck is similar in that like I've never read one of their cards before. I realized, I think, like, a YouTuber I'm friends with got their name from this archetype, actually, which is kind of funny.
Interesting.
Not sure why they picked this one in specific, but, you know, it's interesting. You know, the deck has a game plan, which is more than some of these decks, so I really can't complain too much.
Yeah, that's definitely the best you could ask for in a show like this. So let's start off with oh, he's back.
You got me.
It's the king. Now the thing, I think this deck wants to go first. I don't know if that's a mistake, because I can't say I've ever seen this archetype be played ever.
You have an archetype with like actual like link monsters and stuff. Daring.
Indeed, one whole link monster that. We made a link monster to try and solve every problem on one card.
Is it a link one that searches the field spell?
Not quite that. It may as well be. Yeah, we'll tease it and we'll go from there and hope for the best.
All right. So I will reveal Vijam, the cubic seed. I will reveal Cubic Wave.
Oh boy.
And I will reveal Cubic Rebirth. Or Crimson Nova, the Dark Cubic Lord.
Immediate boss monster. Alright.
Yes, the game plan. This is the only game plan, but I found it.
It's not the worst one. It's a new support. I can make a second attack.
Yeah, if it destroys your monster by battle.
During your end phase, each player just takes 3,000 damage. What the fuck? Okay. That's kind of a problem, actually. I think I gotta rock the fairy box here.
Fair enough.
So let's call Tails. After last week, Tails has done me good, and it will continue to do me good, and it will reveal what I am playing.
Gimmick Puppet.
This is certainly an archetype that exists.
Certainly is. So I'll take 2.
Yep. The 2-turn clock.
This feels a little scuffed, but
That's what we like to see. That's what we love on this show.
Yeah, I'm going to activate Cubic Wave. It's technically going to change some attacks.
Okay.
Wait, is this not until end of turn? Wait, is the attack boost just forever? Hold on a second. There's no way. Oh, huh. Is this just a permanent stat increase?
It looks like it. Yeah. It doesn't say till end of turn. I actually did
Neat,
not
I
know that.
guess. So, yeah, I guess this is a permanent 6k now.
Oh god.
I was mainly activating it because its graveyard effect doesn't require it to be done on a separate turn. So I will banish it and give a Cupid counter to your guy so it can't attack and its effects can't be activated.
Sure.
And then also in main 2, I'll set this. Activate Vengeful Bog Spirits.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
We'll both lose 3k.
Alright. Ow. Standby. I mean, that's a 6k defender now. Attacker, rather. I don't think I can risk getting rid of Fairy Box. And I certainly don't have a way to get rid of a 6k attack monster. I think. Yeah, it's unaffected by monster effects, so I can't even pop it with monsters, which I will say is one of the only ways I can get rid of this. So that's a problem. So I think the smart thing is pay for Fairy Box here.
Mm-hmm.
And then... well, do I just stall? But if you have piercing, I'm also just dead. If a way to do 1500. It's a draw, which is kind of funny. I will, I think, just set a card and see what happens.
Well, I think the real answer is I drew my traps out of order. Because the trap I just drew for turn would be really great to activate on my main phase 1. Meanwhile, the other trap I drew won't be relevant until maybe your main phase 2. So, yeah, no, I don't know why. I have to assume it's because of anime reasons. Because I know that the cubics are from one of the movies. I think.
Yeah, Dark Side Dimensions, I think.
Was that 3000 burn effect in the anime? Because I'm really interested about that.
I feel like
Not that I think it's even bad. Just like, oh, I got fairy box. That's funny. But I'm just curious, like, why 3000 attack each turn? Like, this archetype cares a lot about having specifically 3000 attack, but I don't know why it burns for 3000 every turn.
It's got to be some.
The only burn effect that they have too, like it's interesting.
It's got to be some weird anime reason. Like it's like, oh, it's
yeah,
a
that's what I'm
countdown.
thinking. Like there has to be like an anime reason for it.
Yeah.
Because like it doesn't seem like I don't know if they're trying to do it as a downside potentially or what. Like
It's a mystery. You never know with Konami. Who knows?
oh, I was so correct to go first. I was gonna have this thing about maybe going first is the wrong play, but no, it's right when you draw a hand like this.
Well, my hands doesn't appear to be great right now, so go off.
Yeah, I'll activate Cubic Dharma. I take no battle damage from cubic monsters.
Interesting. Okay. I like how it specifies you can only use those effects during a main phase when that's literally legally the only time you'd be able to use those effects.
Yeah. I guess technically I'm in my draw phase.
I guess, yeah.
Do I do like it's weird because I'm about to pitch what is considered kind of like the normal summon of the deck, but like my hand doesn't really do anything, so I don't even think I really need the normal summon. I'd rather just another draw. So I'm gonna send Duza and draw. Because Duza is the foolish burial for the archetype.
Yeah.
It isn't bad. It's pretty good, but what am I foolishing into right now when I could just instead... Do that.
Something good. Definitely not something good. Okay. Well, because I'm playing Gimmick Puppets, I do actually get to play Trade-In, which is cool.
Ooh, fun. I had traded with the Element Savers.
Okay, that's actually a pretty nice hit. I never realized how terrible all the level 4s are. None of them kind of help you. There's no rank
Jeez.
4, and they don't have any level modulation, so they just kind of just sit there.
Jeez.
Uh,
Wow, like really like the Xyz deck without level modulation? That's kind of weird. Usually that was like the one thing that gave all of those
yeah,
archetypes.
there's like they kind of have it, but the issue is they don't help. The ones that do don't flood the field at all.
Yeah.
So let's just do this. I think is the play when Dueling Book will allow it to happen. Any minute
It
now.
catches up.
There we go. That was fast. There we go.
Ascension to the graveyard. Why is that an effect? I guess I found another quote unquote burn effect in Q-Pix.
It's a weird burn sub theme.
I hadn't kept reading like the third paragraph on this card. I was like, oh right, yeah, cool. This is what this spell does, but do that genuinely.
Fascinating. Well, that's like probably the worst draw I could have asked for. So I'm going to normal summon the baby. And then I can special summon Going Puppet in my graveyard, which I'll bring out the doll. Alright. I'll flip summon the Gear Changer. And I will link 2 into the Do It All Link monster. So I'll activate its effect to add a Gimmick Puppet from my deck to my hand, and then if all monsters I control Gimmick Puppets, I can special summon one from my hand. So I will add. Actually, let me make sure I add one I can actually make this with. Okay. I wanted to make sure they can be the same names.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you? Another doll. And it can be anyone. Yeah. And I will special summon this human centipede. Then I will discard to special summon the doll. And then my next trick I am going to overlay 3. This is definitely not the right play, but it's the fun play. And I will make the Gimmick Puppet Master Leo. Unfortunately, I have a back row, so I can't quite get it going off yet, but because I think I can't legally do what I want to do to get this off, unfortunately.
Damn.
Actually, I have an idea. Okay, I'll go to combat. I'll swing this in.
We'll flip up V-John. I take no damage, and it cannot be destroyed.
Okay, that's fine.
At the end of the damage step, I will choose to... Yeah, I'll choose to not do the thing, actually.
Okay. That's totally okay. I will then... I will book a Munio guy.
Alright.
So I can get rid of this. The only reason. Then I will now detach a doll and give it a destiny.
Battle phase. You conducted your...
Oh no! See, you read the card more than I did.
I was like, oh, an alternate win effect. Let me make sure I...
Oh
I'm
well.
looking for the set option that was like buried between the other stuff, but I finally found it.
Right. You're on that 3-turn clock. I want this so bad. As odd as it sounds, this might be one of the only ways I can win, because there's like no way to destroy the dudes. These can't be destroyed.
To main phase 1, flip up V-John.
So?
I'll attack into Puppet of Leo and this time do the effect.
Okay.
So he'll move to my spell trap zone, and then your Leo gets a counter that gives him 0 attack and can no longer activate his effects.
No, don't do that.
I'm sorry, but
No.
clear the effect of Dharma.
Yep.
Karma to the graveyard. Draw. Damn. See, I don't think I even have to wait to do this on my turn. If this card is being treated as a continuous spell by this effect during your main phase, you can special summon it. So I will do that.
How convenient. This is certainly one way to... How do I get rid of this? Okay, I think this is what we do. So I will activate the Chimera Doll again. And I will add... Where's my doll? There's my doll. Add a doll. And then I will special summon this Gear Changer. I will discard the egg, special summon her. Then I will activate Gear Puppet's effect to make it level 8. Then I will overlay into big dude. And now I can detach material, talk about special summon monster you control and destroy it, so I will do that. I'll discard, I guess this, and I'll pop this because I believe it can be destroyed by card effect if I'm reading the board state right.
Could be. Yeah, because it's only got like infinite battle protection. So yeah, you're good.
Okay, well that's problem temporarily solved. I will then... Wait.
With how cubic counters work, would your gimmick puppet still not work because it was like reminder text?
Yeah, it still has the counter, so it's just pretty much saying just what that counter does. So it's still...
Gotcha.
There.
I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Counter rules are kind of weird, especially compared to how Magic does them.
Yeah.
So wasn't totally sure.
This is such a terrible idea, but I'm a man of the content, so I'm going to activate Rank Up Magic Numeron Force. And this will get rid of the counter. And I will bring out the Disaster Leo.
Oh god, what's
So
this one do?
It can't be targeted by card effects, and in once per turn I can detach a material to inflict 1,000 to you. And in doing my end phase, if your life points are 2,000 or less and it has no materials, I win the duel.
Very funny.
But the downside is now all my other effects are negated. Because this card's a good card. So I will activate the effect, detach the Leo, to burn you for 1,000.
I'll take 1,000.
And I guess we... Yeah, I think we swing in for 15 to get this threshold closer.
So yeah, you're attacking with Chimera Doll. In response, I will Cubic Rebirth.
Yep, that will happen.
Right. You can special summon as many of those as you want from your hand, deck, or graveyard right now, with the same name as that monster.
If only.
But then now that monster has become 0 attack. It has a cubic counter on it, and I can special summon 1 level 4 my hand, ignoring its summoning conditions.
Okay.
Technically, redeclare happens, I think, but I assume you don't want to keep attacking with your 0 attack monster.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, I guess that was a pass.
Vigilant doesn't hurt it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to attack, and I mean, that's... I mean...
I think I do have to attack.
I mean, it's 3,500 attack. Just don't look at your back row. You say you want to take that much damage?
I think I'll risk it.
Damn it. Oh, even better. I mean, I guess That works. Alright. Went it for the long haul.
What? Like, it requires, like, a specific scenario to be insane, but it's insane when it happens.
If I go this board state, you can definitely pick up the pieces together, because I've definitely used overused resources.
I'm going to reveal Unification. I'm going to reveal Ascension. And I'm going to reveal Doria Doomvolt.
Okay.
To special summon out Crimson Nova.
The back.
Battle phase, I will attack Crimson Nova into Chimera Doll.
Alright, well, we have the fairy box again.
Yeah, there too.
Unfortunately, it'll be less impactful because even if I call it right, it
Yeah.
just negates. But Tails will always treat me right. It never fails. Except that time. That's not good.
You'll take 15. I can do a second attack. Which, you know, when in Rome.
Let's call heads. It's gonna be Tails this time. I knew it!
That's why I never switch off. Yeah, that's it.
It's a 3,000 more down the drain. That's a loss. Well, this kind of actually does nothing.
Jeez.
My God, this hand's really bad. Fucking, holy shit. Yeah. Dom is back.
Graveyard Unification of Cubic Lords. As if, like getting out my main deck boss monster Crimson Nova is hard enough. The materials for the fusion are all 3 copies of him.
I actually didn't even know they had a fusion monster.
Here, I'll let you see it. I doubt it'll ever come up in any other way.
Alright. Just why is that link generic? That's weird. Right, a normal summon Terra Baby. I will flip summon Terra Baby.
Ooh, babies.
And they will be linked off to the great horse bowl thing, people. Right, and I'll activate the effect. Let's get a doll. And I'll special summon the pistol. I will discard this, special summon the doll. I'll activate the other doll by banishing another gimmick puppet to special summon it. And now this is out. We'll overlay 3 for Leo.
Heck yeah.
And this time I can actually give him a counter.
You can, in fact, activate the effect.
Alright. None of these can attack, and I know he's at least safe for 1 turn of a counter. I hope.
With this deck's play patterns, like, this is the objectively right move. Just insta pass. I will detach counter number 2. And then I will activate Chimera Doll again. I will special summon this dude from the other effect. Yeah, does flip summoning and vengeful not go together? Can I not attack with something I flip up?
I want to say no, but I'm not positive. So flip summon is included in that, but I'm fine with you doing that if you'd like.
Alright. Because, yeah, otherwise I think the game is over because you get your 3rd counter next turn. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you want to count that as a win for your book, I guess it's technically, but...
I'll live.
They really didn't intend for you to ever go aggro with this card. They just never imagined someone would attack with this thing. Does it come right back?
So it does.
Sadly, I think I might have even been able to kill you if I didn't have Vengeful Bog Spirit out.
Oh god.
I will reveal Vjom. I will reveal Cubic Wave. I will reveal Dark Garnex. And special summon the boy, and then activate Cubic Wave to have Gimmick Puppet of Leo and double Crimson Nova.
Right, 6k.
And end phase will both take 3 for some reason. Like, Cubics have a few cards that want you to be lower than your opponent, but it deals symmetrical. Like,
yeah.
Like, why doesn't it just deal 3 to me? Like, it's worse. It's infinitely worse, but it would make more sense for, like, wanting to be less... Because, like, there's cards in this archetype where it's like, if you have 2,000 less life points than your opponent...
Yeah. Very weird.
I mentioned it when we were doing packs and everything, but Vengeful Bog Spirit goes to show why we banned, like, every floodgate, because, like, even the worst floodgates are genuinely really impactful here.
Yeah.
So it goes without saying, how come only the boss monster is a cube?
That's actually true.
Everything else is like, way more spherical and everything. I keep rereading Wave looking for a hit until end of turn, but it's just not there.
I thought I saw a line with the Zasta Leo, but
damn.
Unfortunately, it's not. If it was the cubic, the cube guy whose effect was buffing it, I had a line, but I do not. Because I kind of need. Ah, man, that sucks. I want to do the. I want the cool one. No. Okay. This has no effect, unfortunately. So now all monster effects are negated for everyone except the Gimmick Puppet. I will detach a material. So now everyone... So both your dudes get a string counter.
That'd be different counters.
This is a... Well... One day
Thankfully, I don't think I give my own cards cubic counters, so we should be fine. On that regard, at least on my board.
Okay, that's one piece of the puzzle done. Why does it be 3,000 or less attack? That's kind of what's messing me up here. I'll ban it. I'll send this. Do this. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die with a Leo. I can't even attack with anything to kill any. I mean, I can attack, but there's no point to.
Yeah. Even if you could attack it, sadly.
There was probably some way I misplayed here. I think I could have found a line, but...
Cubic Karma.
Okay.
I will target a Crimson Nova, and then I will send any number of Vjoms from hand or deck to the graveyard and give 800 for each. It'll get plus 800. Hooray.
Boy.
Now I will special summon out Dark Garnex by discarding the other Vjom in my hand.
Alright.
To special summon out Dark Garnex, who has 1,000 attack. Yay!
Oh boy.
And then I will activate its effect. Oh wait, no. Actually, wait, no. Right, it'll still do it. Yeah, I will activate its effect to send him to the graveyard.
Okay.
And then summon out the 2 Vjoms in the graveyard. And then since a Vjom was summoned by the effect of a cubic monster, I can then send cubic karma to the graveyard to make sure adding the blade guy was a May because I'm not running him. Because if that wasn't a May, I can't do this. You can add 1 blade Garudia. Awesome. And now just super kill you.
Yeah. Omega dead. Really, you could have just attacked and I'd be dead because of the burn.
Yeah.
I was just curious what
Oh,
it was
right.
like.
Yeah, the burn at end of turn. Right. I was
So
like, yeah,
close.
the burn from Dharma got there with one attack. I was like, oh wait, no, the other burn, right?
Yeah, I was dead when I was thinking so hard because I knew if I didn't do anything I was gonna die. So I thought about making this dude to like pop the Crimson Nova, but I can't because it's exactly 3,000 and I can't do that. Could be
It's
unaffected.
tragic.
And my other plan, I was like, oh, I can, because like I could have made Disaster Leo and detached one, but then you just destroy it next turn, and I die because it's 6,000 attack. Because Cubic Wave is, I think this is an old card too. I don't think there's a new one. The fuck was Cubic
Yeah,
Wave?
cubic wave is nuts.
God's fucking.
Just like, oh yeah, your 3K is a 6K now. In this format, that's pretty unoutable.
Yeah, especially one that is unaffected by card monster effects. That was episode 14 of, I almost said the wrong show name, Archetypal Atrocities. So I'm back on the loser wheel. My win streak's finally over. Jules gets her extra pack, and exciting awards for the winner. But anyways, thank you for watching. I don't recommend anyone playing Gimmick Puppets because honestly, that Link monster is kind of insane. Where it's just once per turn, you get a free search and special summon, a Foolish Burial.
Seemed pretty good.
Like that's kind of really nuts. I don't get why it's generic though, because all the Gimmick Puppets are machines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get why you need two machine monsters because it doesn't work with machine decks. It only works with Gimmick Puppets. Anyways, that's not the point. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good one, everybody.